What up, you guys? It's Storm3 from Storm3 Productions, and in today's video, I'm very excited to tell you guys what I got recently. No, it's not a 10,000 gem, 100,000 gold spree or anything like that. What I did get for you guys is a really cool thing. You guys are probably gonna know by the title of the video, depending on what I title it. But this is something that's really gonna change the game for me, and I hope you guys do enjoy the video. Give it a thumbs up if you guys do, and comment down below what you guys want to see next. I have an idea of making new ideas to the channel because of what I got for you guys today is the Graveyard. Now the Graveyard is an honestly awesome card. I've used it for a couple battles, and let me tell you, it was really cool because not only did I have so much fun getting the 3 crowns, but you learn different tactics and everything. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Like I said, I want to see if I can do a new series to the channel, whereas I review legendaries, or say how to use them in a good deck, or what's the best way to use them, or anything of that nature. So like I said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's get right into it. But before I show you guys any replays, I want to show you guys how I got it. Boom, there it is, you guys. Out of a giant chest. Can you believe it? Out of a giant chest, I actually got a legendary. Now, for some of you who don't know, I got the giant chest when I play off camera. Most of the times I do play off camera, and then when I have something crazy I want to show you guys, like a new deck I'm rocking, I want to show you guys, and then I'll make a video on that. But I was playing and I got a giant chest, and I let it open overnight, and when I opened it I got the Graveyard. What I got with it was gold, the battle ram, a lot of skeleton. I was expecting to get an epic, but surprisingly I didn't. I got the Graveyard. So let me show you guys how it worked in a few of my replays. Alright guys, so this was my first battle. Keep in mind, my first battle with the Graveyard. Now, when you have your first battle with the Graveyard, you want to see how you can use it right, and you don't want to be too passive or too aggressive with it. So my first instinct was just to throw the princess, try to get some chip damage. He threw a bowler, so my idea was to throw the goblin barrel behind it when it locked onto the tower. But the thing was, once I threw my goblin barrel, he immediately zapped it, so that was a bad thing. I tried to throw my skeleton army right after he threw the rock, the boulder, but unfortunately he threw my skeleton army right off the board. And the hogs was surprisingly really, just chipping away at my tower. He got it in the first 45 seconds of the battle, and I thought to myself, you know what, this is going to be a really big loss. So I was like, you know what, YOLO, we're going to throw the minor Graveyard and see what happens. He throws a skeleton army, I zap it, so my flow of the skeletons can work out a little bit better. He fireballs my minor. So this was something that I didn't really expect, because my minor was already low in health, and he just pretty much wasted a fireball. So now I was waiting on my hog. I was going to see if he was going to do something else with the bowler or any other card that he had. So I was waiting on it. I threw the hog just to see what he was going to do, but he just let me just take that tower. I didn't understand why. He was just sitting at 10 elixir, and my hog was just chipping away at the tower. Boom, we got the tower. So my idea was trying to sneak a goblin barrel in there while the tower's locked on to the hog. So we did a lot of chip damage there. He threw his hog with the ice spirit. I countered it with the skeleton army goblin gang, because my idea of the deck is numbers, because numbers can be a really crucial thing, especially when it comes to one troop, giant golem or anything of that nature. It stops it really well. As you can see, we took out the second tower. He threw a bowler in there, try to slow it down. He did a really good job with the the minions and the bowler to slow it down. He did a really good job. We got it down to 867. That was a pretty big number. It went from 3,100 something to 800. He threw his Inferno Dragon. That was the first time I've seen it. He threw Ice Spirit, he threw a Hog. He was ready to just beat me down with his deck. I threw a Skeleton Army, counted the Hog, and then I threw my Hog in. Now, here's where he actually threw his minions, and I should have waited on the zap a little bit more. I just zapped it instantly, and keep in mind, we were at 5 health. So right here, I threw a Goblin Barrel just to see what I could do. I threw my Goblin Gang, and he got, he just killed the goblins, but then it was up to the 3 goblins who just threw a single spear and they got it. It was freaking badass. I was so excited. I was like, what? No way, my first game on with the Graveyard, I got a win. Let's jump into the next replay. Alright guys, for the next battle, this guy was rocking the Elite Barbs, Log, Lumberjack, and the Wizard with the Graveyard. Now this guy had it really strong, because the way he was playing was a lot more aggressive and not as aggressive I thought he was going to be. So if he threw a wizard in the back, I tried to throw the same thing as before, throw the princess, see if we can get some chip damage, but he logged her away. this is what happened. I threw the miner and the graveyard. He plays the elite barbs defensively, and I never seen people play the elite barbs defensively because those elite barbs are a killer on offense. They really destroy troops, destroy towers, anything you could put in front of them, you know. So now I threw the Goblin Gang to counter the Wizard, got rid of it. I threw the Skeleton to counter the Elite Barbs, and then I threw my Goblin Barrel to counter the Lumberjack. It did pretty well, got him down to a lot of health. Unfortunately, he got like 3 swings on it, but I'm not worried about that because he wasn't really going to put anything to support. It was really low on health. So now we're playing that waiting game, you know, to see what we're going to do. I had an idea either to go with the Hog Graveyard or Miner Graveyard. I didn't know which one to go for. So then he throws in a Naked Log in a few seconds. He was just sitting on 10 Elixir. He throws it. I was going really offensive. I didn't know at first he actually had the freeze, and he froze it. I think he freezes it later on in the video. Like, he doesn't immediately show that he has the freeze, but I see it in the replay. So here we got his tower down to 106, and he got my tower down to 774. So now he's playing that waiting game. He was gonna back it up the Wizard with the Elite Barbs. I threw my Miner just so that the Wizard would target first because the Wizard does splash, and then unfortunately he zapped it away. I threw my Goblin Gang, and then the Elite Barb targeted the Goblin Gang, which was pretty good, so I avoided a lot of, you know, damage to my tower. Here is where we got the first tower, and then he was throwing the Lumberjack. I wanted to play a little bit defensive by just making sure that he didn't get a really swing off, but he got one. I didn't really care. Now we're at 60 seconds, we're at double elixir, you guys, so this was crazy. I threw a Goblin Barrel a little bit closer to my side with the Hog. I threw the Hog, the Graveyard, and he threw a Log kind of early because usually when someone plays a log, you tend to want to wait for it to build up and then you throw the log, so it's like more value to that. I threw my Princess to help get some chip damage, and there she goes. She's going hop on the tower. He freezes my Goblin Gang because I wanted to counter his Graveyard, and he went chipping away. My Princess was right there. She threw one shot and she destroyed most of the Graveyard skeletons. He threw a Lumberjack with the Rebars. Keep in mind, this was pretty scary because he had both Zap and Log, so I had to deal with raging Elite Barbs. They destroyed my Miner in one swing. I had the Hog and Graveyard ready. He was countering with the Wizard, and it was pretty crazy. He got my tower down 1,004, and boom, we got it down in a matter of seconds. It was pretty scary because if he went for another Lumberjack Elite Barbs, he definitely would have got me down. Let's jump into our final replay of the video, and I want to show you guys because this one's my most recent one, but it's my pretty sick and really cool replay. Let's jump into it. All right, guys. So now this one is pretty I guess you would say pretty odd because in this deck he has Lumberjack, he has the Elite, the Electro Wizard, and he has a lot to cover my Graveyard, you know, and just stop it completely. But in this one it was pretty odd. So this time I played the Princess in the middle of the base, not really more towards the end or more towards the front of the bridge. This time I threw a Miner more towards to the King Tower, and then I threw my Graveyard right in the back. He stopped my Princess, and I left that Musketeer to go do whatever work she wanted to do. We got a lot of tower damage going on the right. We got it down to about 732, I'm sorry. And then it came to where he was going to drop the Lumberjack. I thought he was going to drop the Hog, and he did drop it. He dropped it, and the Hog raged up, and unfortunately it did get a swing off, but you know, that's not too detrimental or anything harmful. So now he's 732. My idea was to throw a Goblin Barrel right with the skeletons so that it would kind of camouflage, and so the skeletons could take some hits, and then the Goblin Barrel could have lasted a little bit longer, and it was pretty good. He was just sitting at 10 elixir. I was ready to go for another push with the Miner and all that, so I put the Princess just to see what would he have countered with. Princess is going right to the bridge, and then I went really hard. I went with the Miner, and then I placed the Graveyard. I was waiting for a second just to see what he would play, and mostly people tend to play spell that or even a splash damage troop. I threw my Goblin Gang, and then look at that, the whole array of skeletons, the goblins, look at that, it's all surrounding the King Tower. We just detrimented that guy. We just destroyed him. Look at that, all of those skeletons just went around the King Tower and just destroyed it. This was probably my favorite Graveyard deck great gameplay or replay because this was so badass. Like, I never thought I would see so much skeletons surround that King Tower. It looked pretty freaking awesome. hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you guys do. Let me know in the comments, if you guys want to maybe like if I should make this a series or not into the channel, like reviewing the legendaries and everything. And comment down below if you do enjoy my videos. So comment down below, what else you want to see in my videos. I'll be definitely making more videos now because now I've been having a little bit more free time, and not say free time, but I've been having less of homework and less to do with school, because now it's the regent, they don't want to bombard you a lot, and I've been taking that opportunity to make sure I've been posting, I've been making sure to make really good content that you guys like, that I like and I enjoy, because I want to make sure if I was to ever do YouTube, let's just say, I want to make sure I have the good foot in the door. I want to make sure I leave a good footprint, and if I was to, I want to leave a good history and make sure that I'm doing it the right way. So like I said, you guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and it's been Swarm, guys. Later.